little bit like Fred Durst. All right, everybody, welcome back. I got the, as I mentioned, I got the Fred Durst backward red cap going today. Back stuck in the late 90s. Boxie Nigma here. Hopefully you there. Welcome to another edition of the Boxie Breakdown. I got my boy Youngest as we are going through our Major League Baseball 2013 season preview, so to speak, on a beautiful Saturday morning. It's starting. Spring is starting. You can see that opening day is only 2 days away. I'm pumped for it. I'm excited. It's one of the more favorite times of the year. You got opening day, and it leads right into WrestleMania. But that's neither here nor there. We're here to talk about the American League West. This is a stacked division, in my opinion. I think you got, three teams in this division that, how can you discount three of these teams? We'll run through them now. You got the Anaheim Angels of Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, sorry. You also have the Texas Rangers in that division. You also have the winners of the division last year coming out of nowhere, the Oakland Athletics. You also have the brand new team into the American League, the Houston Astros, and you have the Seattle Mariners. This is, in my opinion, the biggest absolute. If you want to take your money and put it down on team to finish with the worst record in the American League, throw it on the Houston Astros. They got like a $20 million payroll. It's an absolute. They got no one on that team really. I mean, unless you're a Bud Norris fan or Chris Carter maybe in left field now. But other than that, I mean, I don't think this is going to be an MVP year for Carlos Pena. I just don't see much going for them. Houston Astros, welcome to the American League. I think you're going to get beat up on many times starting tomorrow night when they play the Texas Rangers in the opening game. From there, so I have them in last. From there, gotta go Seattle. I like that they're trying to make something happen. They're, giving some depth to that field. Picking up some players like a Michael Morse. But in all honesty, you have one pitcher in Felix Hernandez, and he's a great pitcher, and he'll win his 16, 17 games. But at the end of the day, one pitcher is only going to get you so far in that stacked division. Then you got the three top teams in that division. You got the A's, you got the Rangers, and you got the Angels. I'm going to switch things up here a little bit. I am going to pick the Angels to win the division outright. I feel like last year, you had, you had Trout and you had Pujols, and it didn't work. It was also the first year they were working together. Now you add Josh Hamilton to that, on top of a guy like a Mark Trumbo who's going to hit a whole bunch of home runs. They're going to be an amazing team on the field. Whether or not you like their pitching staff, that's your call. I do like Jared Weaver, even if his velocity's going down a bit. C.J. Wilson, I expect to have a pretty good year, better than last year, and I expect them to take that division. This is so tough for second place. I was back and forth on this 100 times. A lot of people like the Texas Rangers. I don't think they have much in terms of pitching other than Yu Darvish and Matt Harrison, but I do pick them to finish in second place. I just don't really believe in the A's as much as I did last year. I think they'll be a fun team. They got a couple of pieces in place. I like the Chris Young signing for the Athletics, but I'm going to take the Rangers because even though they don't have Josh Hamilton anymore, you still have Adrian Beltre and you still have Nelson Cruz. If he's healthy, I think that team is going to be really good, along with a guy like a Kinsler, along with a guy like Elvis Andrus. I expect that team is going to do well, is going to finish as that second wildcard team in my prediction, and that's what you're going to have. You're going to have one. You're going to basically go Angels, Rangers, Athletics, and it kills me because I want to see the Athletics do well. It was a lot of fun last year. Mariners, and then, in the basement is the Astros. What do you got, Youngest?
I have something very similar to you, very similar. I have Houston in the cellar. They will struggle incredibly this year, but I feel the American League teams are going to beat up on them, more or less. The ALWest will beat up on them. They will struggle to even just get 60 wins, I believe. Seattle will finish fourth. I have them finishing fourth. Now, this was tough, though, for 3, 2, and 1. Third, I'm going to have Oakland. I will have Oakland, same as Boxie right here. But this is where it gets tricky. I'm going to pick Anaheim for second. I'm not feeling their pitching. Dan Herron, no. He came there last year.
He got traded to the Nationals, though. He's not there anymore. But, I mean, he didn't do anything good for them. You're right. They should have done better.
Mm-hmm. He didn't help them at all last year. And, I mean, they have Albert Pujols. They have Mike Trout. They have Trout. But still, I have Texas coming back and winning first place. They will win first place this year. But
you don't have any otherwise. You don't have no wild cards then either, huh?
No wild cards coming out of this division. I don't think any wild cards. It's still not the strongest division. It's the second strongest division. But no wild cards out of this division.
Well, that actually concludes our American League coverage. Myself and Youngest both given our picks. I picked Texas as a wild card. I picked Anaheim to win the division. He's taken Texas outright in that division. And that concludes our American League. So we will remember our American League and bring that over to our final Boxie Breakdown preview, our playoffs and World Series picks. But up next, we're going to start our coverage of the National League with the National League West, the pitching-heavy National League West. Until that time, we'll see you guys. Thank you very much for tuning in to this edition of the Boxie Breakdown. Take it easy. Of course, you be well.